5 red lights come on here, and the Spanish Grand Prix is underway. Now, lights out, and away we go. It's VSR Francis leading on that 600-metre run down towards turn 1, and he's got a fantastic start, easily leading down towards turn 1. Zoom in second. Lewis started a horrible start for Licklebox. He drops all the way down to be 6 on the front row of the grid, sweeping up through turns 2 and 3. Francis in control. Lewis second. Zoom third, and Nowek as fourth. Through turn 4 they go, and look how close they are. We've got 3 or 4 wide there in the middle of your picture. The Mercedes of Cliffy battling with Blizzard and Lambo and Costa in the middle of the field. But it's a perfect start for Francis. He leads by 1.5 seconds, or 1.1 seconds at the start, as Blizzard does battle with TTG.
Francis had a horrible final sector, made a nail of the chicane, and he lost half a second, but here comes Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis down the outside, then he's forced to go on the outside. Francis on the inside. Lewis steams round the outside and eases through into the lead of the Grand Prix here in Spain. So is this the moment where Lewis finally starts to get a grip in this championship? Francis clearly struggling out there. Why would anyone start on the super soft tyre on this evidence? It's Me has also went backwards on the super soft, and look at Zoom now lining up Francis on the run down the start finish straight as the DRS is active for the first time in this race. Zoom steams up the inside, and surely he'll outbrake the Williams into turn 1, and he does. Zoom now up at the P2, and he can maintain the pressure on the runaway leader. Lewis out front, so Francis dropping backwards, and now Nowek immediately onto his case as well, and Nowek, surely the German, will steam up the inside into turn 4, and indeed he does. Francis will try and defend, but he can do nothing, and he'll have to switch his attention now to Licklebox, who's going to come fighting back round the outside at turn 5. Can he do it? No, he can't. He'll have to be careful though. He's going to get boxed in because Blizzard now has a run on him, but no, as they go down through 6 into 7, it just gets a little bit too tight, and there's no way through. But Francis is just a sitting duck. He has just lost all grip he had in those super soft tyres, and now Licklebox is going through. It's going to be 3 wide as they reach the brakes here. Down to turn
Blizzard.
10. Blizzard steaming down the inside. Is Blizzard going to make it on the pair of them? Yes, he is, up the hill through turns 11 into turn 12, and incredibly Blizzard gets through on Licklebox. Oh, here comes Zoom now, right in the slipstream behind Lewis. I don't think Lewis can do much about this. Zoom pulls out to the left hand side, and he's going to come steaming past. The Sauber driver moves up into the lead of the race, and now Nowek's on him again, and again you can see that duck here as he's forced right out to the curb, but he keeps the momentum, and Lewis is surely a sitting duck as they go down the start finish straight side by side. Lewis does have DRS to the car in front, but it's going to be to no avail as through goes Nowek, but Lewis breaks very late and goes in and goes round into a spin and rejoins the track. Oh, pretty unsafely. He's lucky everyone goes to there, and Lewis drops to PA, and the world champion once again seemingly unable to get his season up and running. And tell you what, look how close Blizzard is to making the undercut work on Zoom into turn 1. He's going to go round the outside into turn 1. Is he going to make it stick through turn 2? They're going to go side by side up the hill. Zoom will have cold tyres, and through turn 3 is going to be no match for Blizzard, and he's going to come steaming through on the inside of turn 3, through turn 4, and through he goes. Meanwhile, in the background, all sorts of action going on as Lickle and Leon also contest 10th position. Side by side they go in the background. Clippy watches on, but it looks like Lickle will have the inside, he'll have the line, and he parks it on the apex and forces Leon to stay behind. But Blizzard has come from nowhere and is now leading the race with a 2-lap undercut, or he's going to be the net leader when Gran, Calic, Matt and Francis pit, and it's all turned on its head, and now Zoom's going to try and do it to Nowek what he got done to him in the previous lap. Cold tyres for Nowek this time. Zoom with
virtual safety car.
Oh, that is going to really help Francis out now, and Calic, and Gran, and Matt. But here comes Leon on Cliffy. He's going to go down the outside. Is he going to outbrake? He doesn't need to worry about outbraking him. He's going to outdrag the Mercedes into turn 1, and on lap 15 out of 33 he moves up into P9 as Blizzard now negotiates the traffic. Those guys yet to make a stop, and he makes light work of Matt Tibbers. Matt now is under threat from Zoom, and Zoom should surely ease past him. He does, and even Nowek will have the time to get himself alongside and past Matt into turn 1.
How much more grip Blizzard has. Could be done here actually.
Yep, down the inside he goes, and Blizzard is surely going to ease past Francis. I mean, Francis might want to fight it because he's in the 2-stop and might want to come back at them later on, but I really don't think that 2-stop strategy is competitive at all, and Jim now lines up Francis, but he'll have to be careful. Doesn't want to be caught on the wrong side of Francis, and he won't need to worry about that. He's going to go down the inside and complete the move very quickly, but Nowek in behind is going to pick up a double toe here and close and close and close, and might even have a look into turn one. He can't quite do it. Nowek, the wise old head that he is, waits and waits for his moment, but look at this. Oh! I said wise, maybe not. He taps round Francis into a spin, and that just shows you the difference in traction there. Nowek might face a penalty near the end of the race for that one. So let's go round the final corner and across the line for lap 25 out of 33. Is Jim close enough to make any sort of move on Blizzard as they run towards turn one? Blizzard goes defensive. Jim on the inside, forced to go to the outside, but he can't do it into turn one, and Blizzard's just about got enough straight line speed and enough battery in his pocket to hold this Sauber back, but surely over the next couple of laps, as the tyres wear on Blizzard's car, he'll run out of traction in that final corner, and he'll run out of straight at the end of that long straight down to turn one, and Jim will be alongside surely in the next few laps. It's looking really close now for Jim round the final corner. He's wow, close. He's basically pushing him, isn't he, through that final corner, and I do not think there's going to be anything that can be done.
Here comes Lickle.
Makes a move on Nowek in the background, but meanwhile, as they run down towards turn one, it looks like Jim is finally going to wrestle the lead away. Lickle! And it's Lickle again! Lickle again! Oh, I don't believe it. How many times this season is he going to end up having incidents? And Lickle looks like his run of 0 points is going to continue. Look at Nowek. He's trying so hard to get into position behind Blizzard. And as a matter of fact, this is as close as he's been to the back of Blizzard, and he might have a run. Oh, he's touched him. A little touch on the back of Blizzard. Jim breaks out of more than a second, and this final lap could be a little bit more bumpier for Blizzard than he would have liked. The gap up to 1.4, and not only that, he's going to have to get defensive from both Toro Rossos down towards turn one. This is not what Blizzard wanted. Nowek round the outside, and there's Nowek through. Yes, he is. Nowek up into P2. Not officially, because Blizzard is not got any penalties, but this is going to allow Jim to potentially break free. I would think it's too little too late, unless there's any contact, but not what Blizzard wants. 1.8 between Jim and Blizzard. He just needs to stay within 3 seconds, and he will win this race. And Blizzard looks like he's going to make it 3 wins in a row in the most unpredictable of seasons. And I have to say, to win 3 races in a row in this season is quite a feat. I would be very surprised if we see that happen again over the course of the entire season. But Jim comes round the final corner on the road. He's going to win the race, but that means nothing. Jim comes across the line first, Nowek comes across the line second, but as a result of penalties, it's VSR Blizzard who takes the victory here in Spain.